Hello friends, this is Dr. MiteshGala, presently teaching in Campaign School. Welcome to the online teaching resource.
Hi, we are getting into data handling exercise 22B. In the previous video in 22A, we understood how to sort the data. Now we are going to understand how to present the data. So how to present the data, there are different types. First type would be a bar graph. Now, simple example, when you see a cricket match, don't you see those bars of runs scored per over? That is a bar graph. There are different types of bar graph. For example, simple bar graph, subdivided bar graph, joint bar graph, percentage bar graph, many types. We are just going to understand two of them. First one, simple bar graph, and the next one, joint bar graph, or you can also call it as double bar graph. Joint is also called as double bar graph. So these are the two things for your this exercise which you are going to understand. And second type of data presentation, pie charts, or also called as pie graphs, one and the same. So when they see the word pie, you see those circles in which different parts and different colors are given. That is a pie chart. So we learn how to draw a pie chart. Third method to present the data is line graph. Fourth is polygons. So there are many different types of presenting the data. Out of that, we are going to study 1, 2. That's it. We are not getting into line graphs, polygons and all that for this year. That's going to be next year. So are you curious enough to understand how to do simple bar graph, double bar graph and pie charts? If you get this, you're sorted with this exercise. So let's directly jump onto bar graphs. So sum number 1, it says draw a bar graph. People coming to a particular place using bus, car, rickshaw, bicycle and by walking. So these are the number of people how they are coming. How are you going to show them as bars? So what you do is you take your graph sheet. Always remember the graph sheet has to be a 2x2 graph sheet. What do I mean by 2x2 graph sheet? Can you see these squares? They are 2 centimeters by 2 centimeters. That's what your graph sheet should be. Alright, in the market there is also 1x1 available, but that's not the one which ICSE recommends and uses. So always use 2x2. If you're using 1x1, it is going to be difficult for you in the exam then when you will be provided with a 2x2. So first thing, draw x-axis, y-axis. So that's my x and this is my y. Alright, now you need to calibrate the x-axis and y-axis. Calibrate matlab markings. Alright, so x-axis is damn simple. Just leave the first one and mark the next one. So this becomes your first column called as bus. Alright, then the next one, leave one and then go to the next. You always have to leave one gap. Okay, so that's car, rickshaw, then you have bicycle and finally walk. Always leave one bar in between and we are taking 2 centimeters as one entire bar. Okay, use the edges, don't come inside, so that you get the entire space to use. Okay, now calibrating y-axis, you always have to think either they will give you a scale, then calibrate it as per that, but if they do not, then you have to look at the range. The highest seems to be 32. So what you're going to do is divide 32 by 10, so 3.2, and get it closest to 0, 2 or 5. Always use 0, 2 or 5, one of these three to calibrate. Then it becomes easy to bisect or bifurcate the boxes. Okay, so right now 0 to 5 and this is 3.2. So the closest is 2 or 5. 5. So calibrate this as per 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and 35 because maximum is 32. Now if you look at one box, there are 10 small lines within this and you've calibrated it as 5. So what you need to do is take 10 because 10 lines are there and divide by the calibration you have done. So what do you get? 2. That means every 2 lines is 1 unit. 2 line is 1 unit. Alright. So then 4 lines will be 2, 3, 4. No, sorry. You got to do it the reverse way. I messed up. I'm sorry. It's going to be 5 divided by 10. So that will be 1 by 2. So every one line is equal to half or 0.5. Every one line is 0.5. So 2 lines will make it 1. 4 lines will make it 2. Are you getting it? So what you want to do is whatever your calibration is, divide by 10 because there are 10 lines. Always divide by 10. Okay, I messed up over here. I'm so sorry on that. So 2 lines is 1 unit. 10 lines is 5 units. Are you getting it now? So if you want to mark 32, you're going to go to 30, and then for 2, what you're going to do? 2 lines is 1. So you need 2 more. So you're going to take 4 lines. So from 30, we will count 4 lines and then mark. Okay. So the first column is for the bus. Under bus, 30 and then 4 lines. So I will count 1, 2, 3 and 4. And on the 4th line, I will draw a bar. On the 4th line, I will draw a bar. The next one is 16. So I'll go to 15. And every 2 lines is 1. So 15 and 16. So difference is 1. So for 1, I am going to draw 2 lines. Every 2 lines is 1. Remember, 24. So 20 and 4. So 8 lines I'll have to take. So I'll take 8 lines and draw a bar for rickshaw. Then the next one, bicycle. So get into the bicycle. 20. So 20 is directly ready made. So you don't have to rack your brains here. Walk, 8. So 8, 5. And then I need 3 more. So 6 lines. Alright, double it. So 6 lines. Count carefully the 6 lines. And now draw your bars. Bars are your straight vertical lines. So first one. So that's my first bar for bus. Can you see that? Then go for the next one, car. So that's my second bar for the car. And then the rickshaw. The next one, bicycle. And finally the last one, walk. Now you got your bar graph ready, but you need to decorate this. What do I mean by decoration? So give the name for x-axis and the y-axis. So your x-axis is number of people and x-axis is the mode of transportation. So somewhere here you need to write mode. I don't have place, so I'm writing here. And here you're supposed to write the number of people or number of students, whatever is given. So they say that different modes to schools, so students, so number of students. And then you need to write the scale, very important. So on x-axis, there is no scale. 2 centimeter is 1 unit, or 2 centimeter is equal to 1 mode, you can say, because mode of transportation. And on y-axis, 2 centimeter is equal to 5 students, because these are number of students. Are you getting it? 5 students. So 4 major parts. Part 1, draw x and y. Part 2, calibrate. Alright. Part 3, draw the bars. And part 4, decoration, that is the heads and the scale. Don't forget to write the heads and the scale. So that's your bar graph. After this, if you want to decorate it by slant lines or something, it's your choice, but not mandatory. Okay, if you have time, do it. If you don't have time, don't waste your time on those things. All right, so that's your bar graph. Let's go to one more bar graph, then we'll go to question number 2, the pie chart. So one more bar graph so that we get good confidence on the bar graphs at least. So question number 7, exactly same type. Alright, Hindi, English, Math, Science and Social Studies. These are the marks obtained by a child. So can you pause the video right now and draw a bar graph on your own and show it to me. So let's go. I'm sure you must have paused the video by now. So first calibration, X and Y, step 1. Step 2, calibration. So here it's going to be Hindi, English, Maths, Science and Social Studies. Let me tell you, in the exam you're supposed to use only pencil and nothing else. Right now I'm using marker so it's visible for you all. Otherwise only pencil. Okay. Now calibrating y-axis, the highest seems to be 75. So if I divide by 10, 7.5. So the closest is 5 or 10. Both are equal. But if I take 5, I have 12 lines here. 12 lines. And I will need 15 lines. It won't fit. So the only choice I have is 10. So 10, 20, 30. That's my calibration for y-axis, 50, 60, 70 and 80. So I took 10 and divided by 10 lines. So one line is 1 unit. Now this is easier to work upon. Okay. So come on, pause your video and try it right now. X, Y, all this is written. Now come on. So for Hindi, 60 marks. So Hindi is right over here, 60 marks. English 45, exactly in the middle. Leave one column always, okay? It can't be stuck to each other. If you stick, then it becomes histogram. That's a different type of bar graph. You have to leave one blank space in between, okay? So 45. Then the next one 42, so only two lines on 40 because each line is 1 unit. 48 for science, so 48. And finally 75 for social studies, so 75. Let's draw bars to this so that our bar graph gets completed. So that's the first one for Hindi. The next one for English. Maths, this child has not scored very well. That means he's not watched our videos well. Just joking. I hope you all are scoring well with maths at least now. So keep it up, do a good job, and let's create the love for maths. So there we go with the bar graphs. So we finished step 1, that is X and Y. Step 2, the calibration. Step 3, the bars. And now step 4, decoration. So here these are subjects. So right over here somewhere subject, and here number of students. And finally the scale. This you need not show, this was only for our working. So on x-axis 2 centimeter, on x-axis 2 centimeter is equal to 1 subject, correct? And on y-axis 2 centimeter is equal to 10 marks, because these are marks, not number of students. I messed up over here. These are marks in percentage, okay? See, one mistake and you will lose marks. So I hope you are clear with all 4 parts to draw a bar graph, and most of you all will score full marks in the exam on bar graph, right? All the best. Let's go with the second part, the pie charts. Now how are you going to work out the pie charts? So let's first look at the question. The question is here, question number 2, draw a pie chart. Now pie chart are circular charts broken into different degrees. Now how to work out the degree? So this is a particular question where the person is earning 7,200 and his expenditures are rent, food, education, other things and savings. How much is the saving is missing? So what you'll have to do is first add this mentally. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4, 5, 6,000, 600. So how much is left is only 600. That becomes his savings. Now you'll have to convert this into degrees so that the entire circle can be broken into parts. Full circle how many degrees? 360 degrees. So when you total all these degrees, it will become 360. So how to work this out? So here I need degree for each item. That is rent, how much degrees, food, how many degrees. So let's use the basic unitary method. 1800 on 7200. Total degree of the circle 360. So how many degrees should I give for the rent part? Cross multiply. So it's going to be 1800 into 360 upon 7200, correct? So 10, 36 ones are 20s are, so 1 and 9, so it's going to be 90 degrees. Don't forget to put the degree mark. Alright, likewise the next item 2700 into 360 by 7200. Now we know this is 1 times 20 times 0 goes, 2 ones are 135. So my next degree is 135. 900 into 360 by 7200, so ones are 20, 0, so 45 degrees. 1200 into 360 by 7200, so divide by 20, this is going to be 60 degrees. And last one 600 into 360 by 7200, again divide by 20, so it should be 30 degrees. Let us add and see if this is 360. So 5 plus 5 10, 1 carry over degrees, 9 plus 3 12, 16 plus 6 22, 25 and 1 26, so 2 and 1 3, 360. It should always be equal to 360. If it's not equal to 360, you've messed up something. Alright, now you got degrees for each item. What have we basically done is converted each item into degrees. So here there are going to be 3 parts to the entire question. Part 1, convert to degrees. How? Multiply by 360 always and divide by the total. So whatever is the total, first thing you have to get is the total. Whatever the total is divided by that, multiply by 360 and you will get the degrees. So step 1, total. Step 2, get degrees. And step 3, let's draw the pie chart now. So for a pie chart, you can draw a circle of any centimeters that your school teacher tells you. For me, the best one would be at least 4 centimeter or 3 centimeter, anything that fits on your page. So I guess 3 centimeter or 4 centimeter circle is a good one. Okay, there is nothing mandatory. Take your protractor, very important, and let's look at the degrees now. So rent, the first one, rent 90 degrees. So draw a horizontal line random anywhere, and let's take this the center. So 90 degrees mark first. So keep your line. I hope you know how to mark your degrees. So this line should be on 0, and then let's mark 90. So 90 is here, and draw a line right up to the end of the circle. So this is 90 degrees. We got the first item, that is rent. So right over here 90 degrees, right over here rent. Alright, and how much is rent? 1800 rupees. So write that also as 1800 rupees. So we got the first item. The next one, food, is 135. Okay, now you can either go down, that is clockwise, or anti-clockwise. Anything is fine. Now 135, the next item. So keep this black line now as 0 and take 135. So let's look at 135 here, and let's draw a line for 135. So that's my second item on 135 degrees. Immediately mention here 135 degrees. And what item is that? So food as 2700 rupees. Can you draw the remaining items on your own? Okay, so the next one is 45, 60, 30. So let me take 45. Now this line will become the base as 0, and then look at 45. I hope you know how to draw angles, huh? Please don't mess up. So 45 degrees, it can be here also here, but it has to be acute. So it has to be on this side. This side it will become obtuse. So use your brains, otherwise you will mess up the entire sum. So 45 degrees, what item is that? That's education. So education, amount is 900 rupees. Then the next one, 60 degrees. So now this black line becomes my base as 0, and I shall take 60 degrees. So let me draw 60 degrees. So 60 degrees right here. And what item was this? That's other things. So other things. And the amount used is 1200 rupees. Finally, the remaining part, which is as per our table, the savings, which is 30 degrees. So the remaining, when you measure, automatically it has to be 30. If it is not 30, see, it's 30. If it's not 30, that means you messed up something. So 30 degrees, that's savings, which is 600 rupees. So got your pie chart? So 4 parts. Part 1 is take the total first thing. Without total, you cannot proceed. Part 2, convert to degrees. How? Into 360 upon total. Repeat with me, into 360 upon total. Repeat 2 more times. Into 360 upon total. Into 360 upon total. Very good. So you convert everything into degrees, which should be 360. That's second part. Part 3, draw degrees. Right? And part 4, decorate. That means write all the degrees, write the items, and write the value. All this has to be done in pencil. You cannot do this anything with pen. The board doesn't allow. So please stick to pencil. Let's go to one more pie chart, sum number 8, and then we'll go for bar graph. Okay, bar graph we've already done this one, 7. So let's go to one more pie chart, 8. So come on, sum number 8 exactly same sum number 7, but this was bar graph, this is pie graph. Pie graph and pie chart is one and the same. So step 1, tell me what is it? Total. Brilliant. So come on, what are you waiting for? Total 10, 20. So 2, 6, 10, 27. So 270 is the total. The next is degree. So let us calculate the degrees. Pause. Let me tell you, this has to be 360. So I am writing it beforehand only. Now 60 into 360 upon total. So 0 goes 9 4s are 9 3s are. So 4 by 3, 3 1s are 20s are. So 2 into 4, 80 degrees. Next is 45 into 360 upon 270. So 4 by 3 directly I can say 3 15s are 15 4s are 60. Next, 42 into 4 by 3 directly can I write? Yes, you can, because now you know it's going to be 4 by 3. So 3 ones are 3 14 times and 14 fours are 56. I hope I have not messed this one. Let me be very sure. So 4 fours are 16, 56, correct. 48 into 4 by 3 again. So 16 times 16 fours are 64, correct. 3 ones are 16s are 24, 4 5 6. Then 75 4 by 3, so 25 into 4 100. I hope the total is 360. Let's check. 6 plus 4 10, 1 carry, 14 plus 6 20, 26. So 2 carry and 1 360. So we got our degrees correct. So part 2 done. Part 1 total. Part 2 degree. How to get degree into 360 upon total. Now your pie chart. So let's go with the pie chart. 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, anything is fine. Depending on whatever your school teacher has told you, stick to that. So 80 degrees, 60 degrees, 56. So let me first take 80 degrees. Draw a horizontal line and then 80 degrees is the first thing I'm going to work on. So 60, 70, 80. So 80 degrees. And what item was this? This was Hindi. So first write 80 degrees, Hindi. And what is the amount? That's 60 marks. So 60 marks. The next one, 60 degrees is English. So this is going to be 0 now. And I shall take 60 degrees. So 60 is right here. Let's draw a line. 60 degrees. And that's English. So the child has not scored very well with English. And he has scored 45 marks. Correct? Then the next one is 56 maths. Very low with maths. Not happy. So 0 degrees and 56 is what I need. So 40, 60, 6 lines from here. So 56 degrees. Alright, and this is maths. So math. And how much is this? 42 degrees. And what are the marks? Sorry, 56 degrees. And marks is 42 marks. Correct? 56 degrees and 42 marks. The next one is 64 degrees. So let's draw 64 this time. So 60 and 4 lines. 64 degrees. What subject is that? Science, and 48 marks. So science and 48 marks. And lastly 75. So let's check if this is 75. So keeping it on 0. No, this should be 100. Sorry, 75 marks. Yeah, there it is 100. I was getting confused. So 100 degrees. So write all the degrees in the center. Then write the marks. That is 75 marks. And then write the subject at the bottom. That is social studies. So it will look very beautiful then. Alright. So all your pie charts, write the item at the end. This Hindi I should have written here. It would have been so beautiful then. All degrees at the center and marks in the middle. So you can create your pie charts. 4 parts total, degree, calibrate the degrees and decorate it with whatever details has to be written. So I hope you got this pie chart on your own. Brilliant. Let's go with the last part now. That's double bar graph. So you got 2 questions, 9 and 10. We are going to do both of them. So we get good practice on double bar graph. Now what is a double bar graph and how are you going to draw this? So basically you see 2 items given or 2 values given for the same item. So T set in shop A is 900, shop B is 950. So this is a costlier shop. Again here costly, this also costly, but this is cheaper, that is dinner set. So basically you are trying to compare 2 quantities and that's what double bar graph helps you for. So in fact you've seen in matches, what happens at time is in matches you will see that let's say India and Australia. So you will see those bar graphs at the end of the match for India and Australia per over. So that tells you which over India was better, which over Australia was better. You were able to compare. That is called as your double bar graph. So how are you going to draw this? So listen to me carefully, don't start. First thing, calibrate. So x-axis damn simple. So x, y and T set, mixie, coffee maker and dinner set. So T set, mixie, coffee maker and dinner set. Y-axis calibration, I can see 950 highest, so divided by 10, so maybe 95, closest is 100. So let's calibrate as 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1000. Now 1000 divided by 10 lines. So each line is 100. Each line is 100. Remember that. So first one T set. Now what you must do is take the first part and break it into two parts. That means this 2 centimeter, break it as 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter each. Alright. So the first one 900, draw only half of it. That is this much part. And then the next one is 950. So draw that like this. So you can see I am not taking full 2 centimeters. I am just taking half of it. That is called as a joint bar graph. Now if I draw these graphs, I mean the bars, let's see how do they look. So that's for the first item, T set. So here you go. First one 900, next one 950. Can you see this is shop A and this is shop B. So you can see the bifurcation there itself for both of them. Are you getting it, everyone? Can you pause the video and try on your own the next item, that is mixie. Come on, go ahead. Let's see if you can work it out. Here T set, what you can do is, okay, it's T set, so no problem. Come on, let's go for the next item. Can you manage it on your own? Hit it. Come on, pause your video. What are you waiting for? I don't want you to copy from here. So please go for the next item and get it for me. So the next item, 700, 800. So 700 and 800. Then 600 and 700. So 600, that is coffee maker, and 700. 600 and 500, the last one. So 600 and then 500. So let's draw lines for this. So our bars will be ready. At the end, once we finish, I have a valid question for you all. Let me see who's able to answer that question, okay? So right now, pause first, finish this, and then we'll talk about the question later. Let's see who's smart enough to answer that question. So as of now, the bars are ready and my double bar graph is ready, right? So 4 parts. Part 1 calibration, part 1 X and Y, part 2 calibration, part 3 is the bars, part 4 is the decoration. So let's decorate this first. So what is this? These are items and this is the cost. Now scale, don't forget to write the scale on X axis first. So what's happening on X axis? 2 centimeter is one item, and on Y axis 2 centimeter is equal to 100 rupees because it's the cost. Now my question is, how will someone know this is shop A and this is shop B? So now you need to decorate this. So decorate any one of them with horizontal lines and leave the other one as a blank or a plain item. Okay, and then once you decorated this, you can do this freehand. You don't have to be very specific with scale or maybe equal number of lines or anything like that. And then you take one box, right, and prepare your key. What do you mean by key? So these are 2 items. The first item blank, the second item shaded. First item, name it as shop A, and second item, name it as shop B. So now whoever is watching your bar graph, he will know that first the blank one is shop A and the shaded one is shop B. So don't forget. So here part 5. So you have 5 parts in all. First one X and Y, second one calibrate, third draw the graphs, 4 decoration, and 5th the key. Don't forget to draw the key. You will lose 1 mark straight away. I hope you are enjoying this. So the last one, sum number 10. Again double bar graph. Pause right now. On your own you must get it. Come on, try it. So it's already X and Y written. Let's calibrate. X axis is bus, bicycle, walking and other sources. So bus, bicycle, walking and other sources. Alright. Calibration highest seem to be 90. So 90 divided by 10. So 9, closest is 10. So let's take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 is the highest, so go till 100 at least. Alright, once you calibrated this, the second part is done. Now for the third part, let's draw the bar or the calibrated marks. So 80, 90 for bus. So bus first one is 80 and 90. So 80, 90. Next one 60, 75. So 60 and 75. The next one 20 and 35. So 20 and 35. And the last one 85, 60. So for other sources 85 and 60. There's a big gap over here, 85 and 60, the last item. Let's draw the bars. So my third part will be done. First part X and Y, second part calibration, third part bars. Can you tell me what's the fourth part? Yes, decoration. Very, very important, otherwise you will lose marks for that. And then what's the fifth part? Anybody? The key. Brilliant. Lovely, huh, guys? You all are really doing very, very well. I'm impressed. So let's work it out. This is taking some time for the bars. Okay, so there you go, the bars are ready. Yeah, now the decoration. So this is mode of transportation. On this side is number of people or something, boys and girls. So number of students and scale. So for scale on x-axis, 2 centimeter is equal to 1 mode of transportation, and 2 centimeter on y-axis is 10 students. Now fourth part done, fifth part. Let's draw the shaded part first and then let's give the key. That's the shaded part. Always shade the second one, huh? Don't shade here second, then here the first one. Highest lowest nahi karne ka hai, okay? And then the key. So take 2 boxes, shade one of them. This is going to be boys. Am I right? The first one is boys? Yes. And the second one is girls. So our key is ready. 5 parts. Will you remember that? So we learned 3 things. First, bar graphs. Second, under bar graph we learned joint bar graph. And third, pie chart. I hope you will get all of this. I'm 100% sure in your school exam you will get 1 question on double bar graph and 1 question on pie chart. So please watch this video well so all of you all can score pretty well. For your homework, I want you to do the following sums please, so that you get better practice. As I am telling you each time, without homework, without self-practice, maths is not possible. So 3, 4, because we've not done either of them. Then you can even try 5. The third one is a bar graph. Fourth one is a pie chart. Fifth is also a bar, so you may ignore it. Let's do 6th, the bar, and let's do 10th. 10th I'm asking you to repeat so you get some practice on this. That's the double bar graph. So I hope you're doing well with this video. Until the next video when I come up with a new topic, please take care, stay safe, pray for everyone and be honest. I know it's very difficult, but please be honest. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do write your math experience in the comment section. Thank you.